Shalom. First and foremost, I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's Brother Shatia from the Chicago camp, coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And this video that you're about to watch is the culmination of a life that was filled with bad decisions. All right. I don't even know who this chick is, but just the caption caught me because it says famous porn star Adriana Chechik says she feels lonely and struggles to get a boyfriend because of her past. So let's let Miss Checknit tell her little testimony, and then we'll get some scripture.
I find it incredibly hard to date to the point where I actually can't get dates. So there's two perspectives on that. So if I were to go meet somebody, it's kind of hard because I don't like random people to know my real name. So obviously I'm meeting them as Adriana Chechik, and that's extremely hard. It's intimidating. I've had guys literally walk out on me when I've met them because they're so intimidated by me. And then also I've done some of the most extreme sex acts on camera that guys can't swallow or get past. I currently do kind of live a little bit of a lonely life. There's another aspect where guys only want to date me to show me off to other people or their friends. They immediately treat me like the Adriana Chechik experience, right? So if I was going to go meet a guy, they would never hold my hand or anything. The first thing they do is they try and have sex with me. So it's really disheartening, to be honest, and I've kind of just given up. I feel sadly, I actually feel I might not ever find a boyfriend like that. I might just end up being alone forever. I find,
which most likely is probably true for all the reasons that you said. And Ms. Check, no man is intimidated. Okay? It's just that no man wants to be with a woman who finds out what she does to earn a living. Especially in your case. Particularly in your case. No man is going to stay around once he finds out you've been in the porn industry. Not only that, if they've seen some of your work, as you all call it, yes, that would be a hard thing to swallow. Maybe pun intended. But we'll get back to that. But that would be a hard thing for a man to grasp, knowing that his first time ever seeing you was on a video and you got all these Chads and Tyrones busting all type of skeets on you. Okay? No man wants that. And see, this lifestyle, this choice that you've made has cost you a life where you will never be happy. Yeah, you got your job, you got your career, you're making money, you're famous, but you won't be happy. As the scripture says, Matthew 16:26, it says, "For what man is it profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for her soul?" Because in this day and age, a woman is usually told that if she looks good, that the best thing for her to do is monetize her looks. Now, for a woman, that usually comes at a very high price. This is something that many modern women are struggling with. All right, they're out here on Instagram, TikTok, OnlyFans, in the industry, such as this chick, showing off all their goods. All right, talking about how they a boss bitch and bad bitch, they getting all this money and Men constantly sliding in their DMs trying to hit. It's like, yeah, what man wouldn't try to hit? But at the end of the day, just like Miss Chechnik, you have many of these women out here who are complaining that, well, why is it that no man wants to take me seriously? How come that they just want to have sex with me? Like she said, some guys kind of know who she is, but they just show her off to his friends just so he can say, hey, look at me, I'm on a date with this chick. Yeah, I banged her, just like all these other guys in the industry banged her. You know, she's used as a cum bucket in her career and in her real life. See, this is not like the ancient world where women were taught to use their beauty to secure a good man, not to just use your looks to go whoring around. Use your looks to secure the best man possible. That's not taught in this modern day world. And many of these women, as I mentioned earlier, are figuring out very quickly that, you know what, maybe selling my body is for this bag is not gonna profit me. Like it says in Galatians 6 and 7, says, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. Now, this woman, because of her lifestyle choice, she has made a decision to leave a very carnal lifestyle. All right, a lifestyle that is not beneficial to any woman who desires one day to so-called be happy and want to be a wife and have a husband and have children. You went in the industry knowing that it has a stigma attached to it, and then as you got older, you thought that you could just poof, okay, I'm going to get a man now. No, it doesn't work that way. In this whole testimony, she has not said, and it still sounds like she's still in the industry. So it's one of those things where it's like, hey, what are you talking about? Are you actually talking about leaving the industry? Like what do you possibly have to offer a man that wants to be a husband? What kind of wifely qualities do you have to offer? Because in Titus, the 2nd chapter, it tells you many of the things that a woman needs to have to be wife material. Also, Proverbs, I believe that's the 31st chapter. But you chose to be in the industry, and now you're trying to figure out, hey, guys don't like me. They just only want to have sex with me. Yeah. Because you've never trained yourself, like many other women in this modern day world. They have not trained themselves in, for lack of a better phrase, the art of being a wife. And then they go around and make these bad decisions. They get older, and realize no man wants to date me. And that's because you put yourself out there in a bad light. And this is why in Proverbs it tells us that, I think it's in Proverbs 20 or 21, about a good name. Yep, I knew it had to be in one of the 20s. Proverbs 22:1. It says, a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. Right. So a good name, a good reputation is better than money, than having fame. And Miss Adriana Chetcha, your name is trash. Even if you give somebody your real name, they're going to find out what you eventually do. You say, I don't like to give random people my real name, so I just go as Miss Chechnya. Well, that's already starting off on a bad foot. You're going to give them your porn name instead of your real name. We're in a day where you can look up anybody and find out what they do. And at this time in your life, like many other modern day women, you have a bad name. Because no man is going to get with the woman who is forever immortalized on films, multiple films, all right, getting her cervix rearranged. What kind of name is that for a husband? What kind of name is that for a child? I saw a video where, not a video, it was like a screenshot, and it was talking about how this young boy in school was starting to have thoughts about suicide because people was teasing him because they saw his mom doing nude stuff on OnlyFans. So you can only imagine what would happen if she had a child. That child could never live a normal life. She didn't think about that. Your son got to go to school and multiple people talk about, oh, our dads banged your mom. It was on this video. Go take a look at it. Gotta do better. And these women out here just got to do better. So that's all I want to say on this. Hope you all are edified. To the next time, we're going to say shalom.